Marjorie Taylor Greene managed to shock the nation this week when she said something that was not only true, but it was an admission about how horrible the Republican Party is. Now, there is a caveat to that, and I will get to that caveat in just a few moments. But first, here is what Marjorie Taylor Greene told CNN reporter Manu Raju this week. She said, Republican voters across the country are sick and tired of Republicans because they never do anything to hold this government accountable. She then says that Americans think Republicans in Congress completely fail them. I feel the same way, and I'm a Republican member of Congress. Now, as you can imagine, the folks on Twitter had a field day with that. Because she is admitting that, hey, we're Republicans, I'm a Republican, and I gotta tell you, we repeatedly fail these voters out here, and man, are they pissed off about it. Whoo boy, we suck. So yes, everybody on social media kind of lit up with that because that's quite an admission, but Marjorie Taylor Greene thinks she's, doing well, right? Going out there and telling people that, yeah, I'm a part of this, and yeah, we're really bad at it. But that caveat I mentioned, right? The caveat is that she says Republicans are pissed because they're not holding the government accountable. Nope. Swing and a miss there, Marge, because what Republican voters, what all voters are pissed off about is the fact that Republicans don't do anything. Like, you've done nothing. Your whole career in Congress, which, you're only in your second term, what have you accomplished, Marge? What massive legislation that actually helps voters have you put your name on? What have you done? What have any of the Republicans in Congress this year done to make the lives of average American voters better? The answer is nothing. Now, she went on to say this. And this is another truth. Republicans go out on the campaign trail and go on TV and do their 5-minute hearing videos and post up on social media and say all this garbage about how they're going to fight it and stop it. Yeah, that's literally the only thing you do. You've even started your own podcast. Hell, you're dating a guy that works at a conservative media outlet. You do segments with him all the time. The only thing Republicans are good at, as Marge is admitting, but she seems to forget that she does it too, is going on TV and complaining about things that they have the power to fix. They just refuse to do it. I mean, I think Matt Gaetz is a wonderful example of that too. Another guy who, by the way, started a podcast. Because that's all these people want, is to be famous. Lauren Bobert, although she's kind of shying away from the spotlight at the moment, prior to that, she loved the spotlight. She wanted to be out there. Jim Jordan loves to take his, full tie but no blazer self onto TV all the time. And they whine and they complain and then they go and beg their donors for money. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Oh, nobody's taking care of the voters and we got to fix that. You have the power to do it. You're making the decision not to do it. And that's what's pissing the voters off. That's why when I see these polls, like the polls out this week said, Trump's beaten Biden in like 5 out of 6 swing states. How? Genuinely how? I get Biden is not perfect. I criticize him from the left. But if you think Trump is any better, what have Republicans done for you, voters? I'm actually getting pissed off at all of America at this point when y'all look at Republicans right now and say, well, it's better than Democrats. How? None of you can explain that. Throughout my entire life, my 40 years on this planet, I promise you, Republicans have not done a single thing to improve the lives of average American workers or average American voters. Nothing. The only thing they've done is cut taxes and engage in culture wars and every now and then real wars. That's it. That's all the Republicans do. And then they do exactly what Marjorie Taylor Greene says. They get their 5-minute soundbite. They launch their own podcast. They put it out there on social media and wait for the praise to come in. But if you do what I do, start looking at those posts. And you'll see that some of their own supporters, not necessarily their voters, but their supporters say, what are you doing about it? You've done nothing. They are getting mad. But anger doesn't always translate to accountability, because these people are very tribal. And even though they're mad at these Republicans, I promise you, they're still going to show up at the polls next year and vote them all back into office when they have the chance to do it. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share. But again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.